When you experience stress and anxiety, consider when that happens. Think about the last couple of times that you felt really stressed or anxious. It's almost always in the lead up to something, whether it's an event, a meeting, a date, a trip, like something that is about to happen on the horizon. And you don't know the exact outcome. You don't know what's going to happen. You might even be excited. It doesn't have to be a bad thing that you're anticipating. But when there's stress and anxiety, often it happens in our ruminations about what could happen, what could be. And sometimes there's real prep to do, right? For a meeting, for a trip, even for a date. Like, there's logistics to sort, there's preparation to do, there are errands to run, there might be things to buy. But once you've done the things, think about how much time or how much of your stress and anxiety comes just from your thoughts. Your thoughts about the various scenarios that you play out on your head, the various outcomes. If this happens, and then this might happen, and this might happen. Or if this happens, it might mean this, and might mean this. If I don't do well in this, I might lose my job. If I don't, plan everything properly, I might miss something for this trip. If I don't, think through all the possible scenarios, I might say something wrong on this date. How much happens in our heads and how much stress do we absorb solely based off the thoughts that we're ruminating on? And I'm not saying anything new about thoughts, because we all know a lot of our stress just comes from what's happening, the endless activity that's happening in our brains. But specifically, I want you to consider the anticipation. It's in the lead up. It's not just that stress and anxiety comes a lot from our thoughts, but it often happens in the lead up to something, especially if we're wanting something to happen or have something on the horizon. And so much of the stress that we end up absorbing is because of the unpredictability and the uncertainty of the future. Or people who hate going to the dentist. The anticipation of that day, it's you start to feel it in your body. And then the thing is going to happen. It's going to be 30 minutes, an hour, however long the thing is going to last. But the actual pain, if there is any at all, is only for that moment, that duration, that 30 minutes, 60 minutes, couple of hours. But the amount of stress we cause ourselves in the lead up to it, even though we've done everything we can, is where so much of our suffering comes from. It's utterly unnecessary. Because you could be completely carefree. If you've done all the prep, you could be completely carefree leading up to that event. And even if there is some pain, discomfort, awkwardness, maybe if it's physical pain, if you're going to the doctor, it's only for that time period. But we torture ourselves with the thoughts going into it. Hours, days, weeks. Precious time that we waste, that we could be doing something far more fruitful, spending time with our loved ones, just enjoying the day, enjoying our time with ourselves instead of getting lost in our thoughts. And so if this happens to you, consider what are the consider those moments, right? Try to catch yourself in those moments. You don't have to try and stop it from the beginning, because it's going to be too hard, right? This becomes habitual. We're often habituated to this kind of thinking if we're prone to anxious, stress-oriented, preparatory thinking. Because if you already do that, you likely have done that for a very long time. So trying to just stop it is also just not fair to yourself, right? Because it's too hard of a thing to do. It's a habit that you formed over a very long period of time, years probably. And so the steps are really simple. It's trying to catch yourself every time you track your brain kind of ruminating. And for those of you who meditate, right, it's about catching yourself in that moment when your thoughts start to wander and just bringing yourself back, right? This is applied practice of meditation if you do. But if you don't, catch yourself when your brain is going into the what ifs, into stressful, anxious what ifs. And bring yourself back to the present. Simply as a starting point, just acknowledging it. Just knowing that it's happening. Because so often it happens almost automatically. subconsciously. And we just let it take our brains elsewhere, take our whole kind of nervous system elsewhere. And so first step is just acknowledging, giving yourself more opportunities to recognize that it's happening at all. And then as you start to recognize it more and more, try to find something that grounds yourself in the right now. If you want to kind of calm the nerves around that particular situation or event, think about all the prep you've done. Think about what you still have left to do. And then if there's still stuff to do, then just go do those things. The rumination is what causes that anxiety loop. And so if you can bring yourself back to what actually needs to be done, then you have actions you can take. But if nothing needs to be done, you can just go live your life. You can enjoy your life. You don't need to carry that stress and anxiety. And I know that's easier said than done, especially if it's habituated. So like I said, starting point is just recognizing that it happens, when it happens, trying to catch yourself more and more. And if you're prone to this kind of thought, you probably have many opportunities a day to bring yourself back. And so take the situations in your daily life where you're prone to anxious thoughts, stressful thoughts, ruminations about what if. And just focus on those types of things, whether it's at work, whether it's in your love life, whether it's at home with your family, maybe you have kids, maybe you're thinking about your own future. Find a few areas where you tend to do this and just start to observe. Just try and catch yourself. And give yourself a period where recognition and awareness and simply acknowledging that it's happening is all you need to do. And if you're able to catch yourself in the moment, to recognize it and allow it and acknowledge it, then you can incorporate the next step of how do you ground yourself in what actually needs to be done. And if there's nothing to do, then you move to the next step, which is chill the fuck out. Enjoy yourself. Give yourself something that can relax your body, whether it's breathing, whether it's massaging yourself somewhere, bringing yourself back into your body, whether it's just kind of squeezing your arms and legs. Sometimes I'm I just have to grab myself to remind myself I'm present in this moment, in this body, in this second. That's all that matters, right? Because when you're up here and it's swirling, you're elsewhere. You're not here, present. Sometimes I'm just touch yourself, grab yourself, pinch yourself. So whether it's massaging something, I tend to do this. I tend to massage this meaty part here because it can be a little achy. If you want to try that now. And it brings you back into the physical sensation of your body. Or just go take a walk or take a shower. Do something that settles you in the current moment. If you smoke, go smoke a cigarette. Drink a glass of water. Something that brings you back to the specific moment in time that you're in and physical sensation. I keep suggesting things with physical sensations because that brings you back to the present, right? You have to pay attention to what is happening to your body. Go cook something. Because when you're up here, even if you're sitting right here, you're obviously, your body is present in a moment, your brain is not. And so acknowledge, first step, try and recognize and acknowledge that it's happening, bringing awareness to it. Then figure out what action you can take to actually address the things that need to be addressed, if there is anything at all. And then if not, find ways to ground yourself in now. And as you practice this is day in and day out. There's no quick fix. There's no magic, solution. I wish I could wave a wand and remove everybody's stress and anxiety, but it's up to each of us to build our own practice against anxious thinking around stress loops that do us no good. Because that thing is going to come. that event is going to happen. Or if you're just stressed about the general future, the future is going to come. It's ticking away every second. You're ticking towards it every second. That the future only exists up here, right? Because you're not living it. And we spend so much time before we actually have to live the thing and experiencing the thing, stressing about the thing. Except we only live in the now. We only live in this second. The only thing you can control is what you do right now. And if there's nothing you can do until that future comes, then give yourself a break. Let yourself relax. Let yourself enjoy this life. Because if you have done everything you need to do, if you've taken care of it all, if you're super responsible, if you're a perfectionist, you've done all that you can. And you deserve to relax. Because if you don't, that only affects you and your health and your body. Your body has to absorb that stress. And if you're around other people and you're stressed and anxious, there's no doubt they feel that too. Your kids, if you have them, your partners, your friends, your loved ones, your coworkers, the strangers around you. We've seen those people who are stressed the fuck out. You can tell. And so save yourself that time. Because what is the point of being so responsible and so perfect and so prepared if you don't get to enjoy all the moments where you don't have to be preparing, you don't have to be responsible, and you don't have to be perfect, which you don't ever. But you don't have to be striving. You can just enjoy. Because that's what all that effort is for. So don't waste your time stressing the anticipation, wasting your moments in the anticipation, because it will come when it comes. So give yourself maximum enjoyment until it does.